Government considering request of chief ministers in its fight to concentrate on the safety of the people. Assam Chief Minister holds all-party meet, assures to continue fight against corona pandemic, taking everyone together. Centre is ready to cope with the pandemic. Door-to-door delivery of essential commodities planned. Various efforts explained. America crosses the rest in corona pandemic with death mounting to more than 20,000. And Catholic Christian population across the globe celebrate Easter Sunday amid global COVID-19 menace. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Sangeeta Bhattacharjee, and now with the details. Most states requested Prime Minister Narendra Modi to extend the lockdown for 2 more weeks. The government is considering the request made by the chief ministers during the video conference chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Modi said it is very important to concentrate on the safety of the people. He added that the motto of the government earlier was Jaan hai to jahan hai, but now is Jaan bhi jahan bhi. Highlighting the importance of people's lives, Modi also said that the fight against coronavirus will be strengthened as long as every citizen of the country keeps fulfilling responsibilities and follows the instructions of the government and administration. Prime Minister Modi said while talking about the lockdown, he had emphasized that to save the life of every citizen, lockdown and adherence to social distancing is very important. Most of the people understood this and fulfilled their responsibilities by confining themselves to their homes. He said, quote, "We all had followed this mantra and made efforts to save the lives of other countrymen," unquote. Modi categorically assured that India has adequate supplies of essential medicines and said that measures are being taken to ensure availability of protective gear and critical equipment for all frontline workers. He also gave a stern message against black marketing and hoarding, condemning and expressing distress at the instances of attacks on the doctors and medical staff and at incidents of misbehavior with students from Northeast and Kashmir. Prime Minister underlined that such cases need to be dealt with firmly. He also spoke about the need to curb lockdown violations and ensure that social distancing is followed. The Prime Minister also spoke about popularizing the Arogya Setu app to ensure downloads in greater numbers. He referred to how South Korea and Singapore got success in contact tracing. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal today held an all-party meet at the Assam Administrative Staff College in Guwahati to discuss the state situation that has emerged in view of outbreak of the novel coronavirus. Senior leaders of different political parties participated in the meet. Sonowal apprised the leaders about measures adopted by the state government to tackle the current situation that has emerged from the outbreak of the novel coronavirus. Sonowal assured that his government will leave no stone unturned to control the menace of COVID-19 in the state. Assam Chief Secretary Kumar Sanjay Krishna said that the state has 29 COVID-19 positive cases and there was 1 casualty from the menace till today. He also briefed the leaders of political parties about measures taken by the Assam government to meet the COVID-19 situation and also about the financial assistance provided to economically weaker sections of the society.
21 दिन का लॉकडाउन कार्यक्रम की समय पर सरकार की तरफ से जो हम लोगों ने जनता की सेवा के लिए कदम उठाए हैं इन पर
The number of COVID-19 cases in the country has climbed to 8,447, while the death toll rose to 273. Health Ministry data said the number of active COVID-19 cases stood at 7,409. As many as 764 people have been cured or discharged and 1 had migrated. Maharashtra has the highest number of 1,761 cases, followed by Delhi with 1,069, Tamil Nadu 969 and Rajasthan 700 cases. Highest number of 127 people have lost lives in Maharashtra. Madhya Pradesh has reported 36 deaths, Gujarat 22 and Delhi 19. According to the Health Ministry, there is no community transmission in the country yet and no need to panic, but everyone has to remain aware. Joint Secretary in Health Ministry Love Agarwal said over 16,000 tests were conducted and approximately 2% cases tested positive, and on the basis of the samples collected, the infection rate is not high. He said there is a need of 1 crore hydroxychloroquine tablets and the country currently has 3.28 crore tablets.
इस संदर्भ में आपके द्वारा मेरी रिक्वेस्ट यही है, मेरी
In international news, the United States has overtaken Italy as the country with the highest number of deaths due to COVID-19 pandemic, with the fatalities crossing 20,000. According to Johns Hopkins University, US registered 20,597 deaths till yesterday, surpassing Italy's 19,468 fatalities. More than 5.3 lakh Americans have tested positive for coronavirus, which is about the same for the next 4 countries put together, which are Spain, Italy, Germany and France. New York City, which has emerged as the epicenter, registered as many as 8,627 deaths. President Donald Trump has declared a national emergency, and all the 50 states have been notified with major disaster declaration. More than 95% of the country's 330 million population are under stay-at-home order. Globally, the novel coronavirus has killed 108,862 people and infected over 1.7 million people, according to Johns Hopkins University. The Finance Ministry has extended the deadline for mandatory minimum deposit in Public Provident Fund, Sukanya Samriddhi account and recurring deposits for 2019-2020 by 3 months up to June 30 in view of the lockdown due to outbreak of novel coronavirus. In a tweet, the Finance Ministry said government has taken the decision to extend the deadline for mandatory minimum deposit in PPF, SSA and RDs to safeguard interests of small savings depositors in view of the lockdown. An office memorandum issued by the Finance Ministry also said that the account holders of the specified schemes will be eligible to make a single deposit each in the account or accounts opened in his own name or in the name of minors, as the case may be for 2019-20 till June 30, subject to maximum deposit ceiling as prescribed by law. Karbi Anglong Sports Association, CASA, has donated a cheque of 50,000 rupees to the relief fund of CEM, the chief executive member of the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, for fight against the outbreak of novel coronavirus. A delegation of CASA led by General Secretary Pankaj Theron handed over the cheque to Tuliram Ronghang, the CEM of the Autonomous Council. The CEM said that everyone in the country should extend a helping hand in this hour of national crisis due to outbreak of novel coronavirus. Today is Easter Sunday. Catholic Christian population across the globe are celebrating this year's Easter Sunday amid the global COVID-19 menace. The Pope broke with centuries of tradition and live-streamed Easter Sunday Mass to allow the world's 1.3 billion Catholics to celebrate their holiest holiday under a coronavirus lockdown. The Pope's message to the devotees on St. Peter's Square has been replaced by prayers that he read into a camera from the seclusion of his private library. Pope Francis had entered an empty Vatican Square for a torch-lit Good Friday procession. It had taken place around the Roman Colosseum in the presence of at least 20,000 faithful for more than 50 years. Rome and the rest of Italy have been living under lockdown since early March. The Vatican's entrance has been sealed by armed police. Pope Francis added that it was time for Europe, which he described as his beloved continent, to rise again thanks to a concrete spirit of solidarity similar to that shown after World War II. Today is Easter Sunday. President Ramnath Kovind in a tweet said a very sacred festival for the Christian, Easter inspires people to follow the path of love, sacrifice and forgiveness. President of India called upon people to learn from the teachings of Jesus Christ and work together to advance the common good of entire humanity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a tweet said that people remember the noble thoughts of Lord Christ, especially his unwavering commitment to empowering the poor and needy. Prime Minister expressed hope that this Easter will give people added strength to successfully overcome COVID-19 and create a healthier planet. Abode of the clouds, Meghalaya has observed Easter Sunday with special prayers on Sunday evening. Earlier in the day, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma urged the citizens of Meghalaya and Northeast to join the campaign of Easter Sunday at 6 p.m. and pray from home by lighting a candle and singing the hymn. The world is facing an extraordinary challenge as we fight the crisis of COVID-19. While Christians around the world observe Easter Sunday as the day of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, the state of Meghalaya comes together to intercede for the nation and the world through a hymn prayer, Meghalaya Praise, an initiative by Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma. In Manipur, social distancing was not on people's mind when they came to buy daily essential items during the brief relaxation of the lockdown provided by the state government in view of Easter Sunday and Cheirauba. While the government and health department has advised people to strictly maintain social distancing, the advisory was not followed despite law enforcers trying their best to effect the safety advisory. Traffic jams and long queues were formed in front of grocery shops, vegetable vendors and gas stations. And well, that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.